الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبد الله ورسوله صلى الله وسلم عليه وعلى أزواجه وذرياته وأصحابه أجمعين آمين وبعد. عنوان خطبة الجمعة ليومنا هذا بيان مكانة المسجد الحرام في قلوب المسلمين. مكانة المسجد الحرام في قلوب أهل الإسلام. The place of commendation is due to Allah, Lord of the universe. I testify that there is no God deserving worship except Almighty Allah alone, for has no partner. I also testify that Muhammad is servant and the messenger of Allah. May Allah continue to bestow one of these benediction and peace upon the Prophet, his wives, his children, and all of his companions. Amin. The title of our Jum'ah sermon of today is to explain the position, the place, the situation, the value Muslims are called the sacred Masjid of Makkah in their hearts. The place of the sacred Masjid of Makkah in the hearts of the adherents of Islam, the Muslims. My Muslim brothers and sisters, let us fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who tells us in Surah Al-Baqarah, Quran chapter 2, in verse 125, I quote, وَإِذْ جَعَلْنَا الْبَيْتَ مَثَابَةً لِلنَّاسِ وَأَمْنًا. Remember where that we have appointed that house of Makkah as a place of resort and a place of safety for people. Minds are attracted to that house, and anybody that is opportune to get there will be feeling the tranquility in himself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also says in Surah Al-Ma'idah, Quran chapter 5, in verse 97, I quote, جعل الله الكعبة البيت الحرام قياما للناس. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made Al-Kaaba sacred house, an asylum of numerous benefits, eternal values for people. People go there to perform Hajj, to perform Umrah, and to make their demands from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to witness so many benefits. place has remained a landmark since the time Almighty Allah enabled the truth of Tawheed to prevail there, while falsehood was removed, and the Holy Land was purified and cleansed from all effects of polytheism, Shirk, and so Makkah was opened in year 8 after Hijrah in the very hands of the Apostle Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam for people who want only Tawheed. And since then, that noble place, that holy place, that sacred place has become the pilgrimage place for people who go there for visits and to perform the rites of Hajj or Umrah, based mainly and merely and only on unifying Allah with worship. And so, today, in Makkah, other than Allah cannot be worshipped. Even non-Muslims cannot enter there without permit. And non-Muslims who go there should go there for a justifiable cause. And when people go to that place, all artificial differences disappear among their categories. The rich, the poor, the tall, the short, the black, the white, and the color. All of them remain same. And nothing remains except the criterion of taqwa, piety. All of them will be there according to the true Orthodox religion practiced by all prophets of Allah. As I mentioned, Allah informed us about the father of faith in Surah al-Hajj, Quran chapter 22, in verse 78, Millata abikum Ibrahim. That what you see people do there when they go is the faith, the confession of your father, Abraham. He also says in Surah Al-Baqarah, in the very verse 125 earlier mentioned, وَعِدْنَا إِلَىٰ إِبْرَاهِيمَ وَإِسْمَاعِيلَ, that we have charged both Ibrahim and his son Ismail and Tahira Bayti, that you should both clean my house, purify my house, لِلطَّائِفِينَ, for people who will be making tawaf, وَالْعَاكِفِينَ, and for people who will stay in there for i'tikaf, وَالرُّكَعِ السُّجُودِ, and for some others who will go there to perform salat, bowing and prostrating. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded those two prophets to erect Al-Kaaba is today located within the premises of the Masjid surrounding it. And that Masjid continually witness extensions from time to time in the hands of its custodians. These days, information came to us that the ongoing extension is going to enable the Masjid accommodate about 5 million people at a time. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. 5 million people is not a joke. And Masjid al-Huda, where you are now, what is the capacity of this Masjid? This Masjid will occupy 1,000, but I'm sure that it cannot occupy more than 2,000 people. This Masjid where we are, it cannot occupy more than 2,000 people, except people will have to close roads. That ancient house of Kaaba is having so many peculiarities, one of which has been mentioned by the great creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in Surah Al-Imran, Quran chapter 5, verses 96 and 97. Herein he says, I quote, Inna awwala baytin wudiya linnas. Surely the first house of worship established for people, lalladhi bi Makkah mubarakah, is surely the one in Makkah, another name of Makkah. Makkah, destroyers of its enemies. Mubarakah, it is blessed. وَهُدًى لِلْعَالَمِينَ, Allah has made it to be guidance for the world. فِيهِ آيَاتٌ بَيِّنَاتٌ, within the premises of that masjid, that house, within the surroundings of that ancient house of Allah, there are clear signs. Maqam Ibrahim, such as the station of Ibrahim, the place where Ibrahim put his 2 feet while constructing the masjid, and when his hands could not reach the top, he asked his son Ismail to go and bring a rock. And Ibrahim alayhi salam now climbed on that rock, and his 2 feet appeared there up till now. That is Maqam Ibrahim. وَمَنْ دَخَلَهُ كَانَ آمِنًا. Allah is now telling us that anybody that gains entrance into that place shall be safe. Because in the Sharia of Islam, if people are fighting somewhere and a person is wanted, if he is able to gain access to the haram, nobody will touch him. Nobody will touch him. he will be spared. He will be saved. وَلِلَّهِ عَلَى النَّاسِ حِجُّ الْبَيْتِ. It is a duty. People owe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that they should perform pilgrimage to the house. مَنِ اسْتَطَاعَ إِلَيْهِ سَبِيلًا, on the condition that a person is able to go there. وَمَنْ كَفَرَ, a person who disbelieves in this obligatory injunction of Sharia, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ غَنِيٌّ عَنِ الْعَالَمِينَ, should know that Allah is free from needing the words. When you perform the rites, you will be the beneficiary. Not that Almighty Allah is benefiting from your performance. All gains are yours. That Kaaba we are talking about in Islam is the first of the greatest masjids we have in the world. 3 masjids. Kaaba was built in Makkah before Aqsa was built in Jerusalem, and before the Prophet's Masjid was also built in Medina. And Kaaba shall remain as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala designed it to be, a landmark of Tawheed. Nobody will ever go to Hajj or Umrah except with the mind of worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used that house to challenge anybody whoever makes effort to change the status of that house, or to even try and demolish it with any kind of method, with any means. Because as you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has punished one of the inhabitants of Makkah by name Amr ibn Luhay al-Khuzai, who had brought Shirk. He had brought Shirk to Makkah. Amr ibn Luhay was the one that introduced idols to Makkah in his own time. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him the power of authority, and instead of him wisely using that power, he misused and abused the power, and he introduced polytheism to Makkah. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam now informed us that he saw Amr ibn Luhay al-Khuzai in his dream being punished in the hellfire as a penalty for all rubbish things he introduced to Makkah, such as saying that there are some animals which should not be slaughtered, animals that should not be eaten. Animals that even when they are slaughtered, only men should eat of it. Women are banned from eating from it. Animals that should be left on their own will go about without anybody ever touching them. Those are things I'm introduced just to contradict Tawheed in Makkah. And with that, many idols were erected in Makkah and the surroundings of the Haram. About 360 idols because of what Yawmu-l-Jum'ah did. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala punished him. And that one should serve as a deterrent to anyone not to dare do other than Tawheed in Al-Haram. Because as we know, the Qurayshi people were also being deprived the right of custody of Kaaba when they rejected the message of Tawheed brought by Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they drove the prophet out of Makkah. They left Makkah for Medina. Then in year 8, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened up Makkah for him and put an end to the traces of polytheism there. That holy city is now for all Muslims of the world. No traces of idols there anymore, and it shall not occur. And as we know, in the history of mankind, there was a king by name Abraham al-Ashram who traveled all the way from Yemen. He happened to be the king of the old Abyssinia. But from Yemen, he went to Makkah for the sole purpose of demolishing it. Instead of Makkah being demolished, he was the one that was destroyed, he and his troops. As you read that one, it's shared with you. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول. Something that you and I are reciting up to now, and will be recited by the yet unborn generations in the last hour. Just because destruction will always remain the lot and the portion of anybody who intends doing anything bad in the Haram. As Almighty Allah says in Surah Al-Hajj, Quran chapter 22, in verse 25 of it, وَمَنْ يُرِدْ فِيهِ بِحَادٍ بِظُلْمٍ. Anyone who wrongly commits within the premises of that place a deed of deviation away from Tawheed, نُذِكِّهُ مِنْ عَذَابٍ أَلِيمٍ. We will sternly make him taste a painful punishment. A painful punishment is awaiting him. May Almighty Allah increase the sanctuary position of that house, and the other consider you and I part of the people who will always try to preserve the status of Tawheed in that place. Because Haram is unique. Haram is unique. If a person even make an intention of making something bad, if he does not do it, he will still be punished for the intention. The person can never make that part of the people who will try to do anything bad in that place. If they are opportunity to go there, Amin, Amin, Amin. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وآله وصحبه أما بعد. The commending praise is due to Allah. May benediction and peace continue to shower on the message of Allah is also Amin. My people, I enjoy on you and on myself to always fear Allah and to hold all the symbols made by Allah highly esteemed. Ask Almighty Allah to count you among the people who will keep away from any act of polytheism and any falsehood whenever you are able to go there, so that you become Orthodox Muslims, transparent in the way you worship Allah with Tawheed without ever associating any other being with him. In the course of some years, I found some people who, when they perform Hajj, whereby you are even at Arafah, they were still making some dua, not aligning with Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I cautioned them, but they replied me saying, well, that is what our alphas told us before we left Nigeria. My Muslim brothers and sisters, nobody knows who among you will still go and perform Hajj of this year, even as our National Hajj Commission is still waiting for directives. But you should know that if you are opportune to be here, strictly adhere to what Almighty Allah says in Surah Al-Hajj, Quran chapter 22, verse 32. That all that we have told you should be like that. Because anyone who honors the symbols laid down by Allah, فَإِنَّهَا مِنْ تَقْوَى الْقُلُوبِ, that one will be simply interpreting piety of hearts. My Muslim brothers and sisters, each and every one of us has every right to yearn for the heart of people who will go and perform Hajj in that place that occupies a great position in our hearts. Because Makkah, which Almighty Allah so honored with the hosting of Kaaba, Makkah is the best place on this earth we have. As we learn in the biography of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, by the time he was about leaving Makkah for Medina, for Hijrah, he looked back and said, Wallahi, I swear by Allah, Innaki la khayru ardi Allahi wa ahabu ardi Allahi ilayhi. You are the best land created by Allah, and you are the most beloved place to Allah on this earth. And to me, I love you more than any other place. وَلَوْلَا أَنِّي خُرِجْتُ مِنْكِ لَمَا خَرَجْتُ. I did not mean that I was made to depart. I would not have left you at all. I would not have gone out. That is hadith authenticated by al-Bani, Yawmu-l-Jum'ah. It is within hadith number 7,089. Let's forget to say sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is the prophet chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to take us out from the darkness of polytheism to the light of Tawheed. You and I today share together. May Allah continue to shower His benefit and peace upon us and His household, as well as His companions. Someone to say Amin. Those who want to go and perform Hajj, may Allah enable them arrive safely to the Holy Land and return safely with more gains. O Allah, ikshif anna adhab al-waba, lift from us the pandemic under which we grow today in the world. It's a punishment to the whole world. Warfa anna waba'a corona, remove the corona pandemic from the world, so that the door of Hajj will be open for all who may want to go and perform Hajj in the very near future. Someone to say Amin? Because I know that each and every one of you who has not yet performed Hajj want to go and perform it. فلا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. اللهم لا تجعل منا ولا فينا ولا معنا شقيا محروما من مناسك الحج يا رب العالمين. أجل لنا من أمرنا رشدا يا رب العالمين. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. وإذ بوأنا لإبراهيم مكان البيت ألا تشرك بي شيئا وطهر بيتي للطائفين والقائمين والركع السجود وأذن في الناس بالحج يأتوك رجالا وعلى كل ضامر يأتينا من كل فج عميق ليشهدوا منافع لهم ويذكروا اسم الله في أيام معلومات على ما رزقهم من بهيمة الأنعام فكلوا منها وأطعموا البائس الفقير ثم ليأخذوا نفسهم وليوفوا نذورهم وليطوفوا بالبيت العتيق. God Allah says in verses 26 up to 29 in Surah Al-Hajj, Quran chapter 22. May Allah enable us to be part of the people who will perform Hajj when our own time comes. Remember Allah much so that we can continue to remember it. Appreciate the favors of all you so that we can add more. You know, the remembrance of Allah is the greatest achievement that you can have in your life. Let us rise up and perform our Jum'ah prayer